Kevin Fornier, life and business coach for entrepreneurs, right next to me. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us what do you exactly do?
So I do life and business coaching for entrepreneurs. So basically what I do is I help entrepreneurs to start and grow their business with confidence using their intuition and science-based method.
Yeah. How did you come to this idea?
I came to this idea because I've always been interested in human being.
Yeah.
And I was working as a human resources manager before, and took a while in my life to rethink about what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the human being was always like the source of my motivation. So I took time to think about it, and I took time to work on my purpose, like why am I on earth, like what I really want to do. And it's to inspire, motivate, and guide people to have a better life.
Nice.
So that's how I decided to work into this field.
Exactly, yeah.
Then to work with entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs inspire me. Like when you have someone in front of you who decide to live by himself or herself, and from himself or herself, and impact the world in a better way, like to make the world a better place and people a better human being. Like it really inspired me, so I wanted to work with people who inspire me, and so that I can inspire them in return with what I'm doing. So it's like a win-win collaboration. So that's why I decided to do this job. So when I was 13 years old, I discovered human resources. So it's a weird age to discover this kind of profession, this kind of job. And I discovered human resources at this age, and I was like, through recruitment, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like it's a good job. Like you're interviewing people, and like you decide if they're going to go into the company or not, and like, oh, that's a nice job. Like when you only hear about I want to be an actor or a singer or do stand-up comedy or this kind of thing, that's suddenly something else that is attracting you. So when all my friends were struggling about what I would do in my life, I never struggled as a teenager, because from 13 years old I knew that I wanted to work in human resources. Like it can be weird, but like, so it has always been easy for me to to decide what I want to study, like the degree that I will take and everything. So I study like business management and human resources management. And then I started to work, and I enjoyed the studies. Like I finished 8 of classes of my university. It was what I wanted to do, and I was very good at it. And I finished first of the university, like, and honestly not doing so much. Like it was very easy for me. And then I started to work. But then the real life was not the way I expected. Like the corporate life was not the way I expected. And I'm passionate about human being, but then you also have to think about the finance when you enter the corporate life, and you have to do things according to the profit for the company. Like if it's good for the profit, then you can do it. And it's always the profit first, and then you have the stress, and you have all the system that you have to work and overwork, and you have like so many responsibilities and judgment, and it's kind of battle, because you have to be better than others, to have the next job and everything. Like, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I've been into a burnout. I've been into a depression. I've been under depression for months. I started to be addicted to weed. It was a very bad time of my life, and at this time I was the human resources manager of the head office of a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and had a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. and I was smoking joint every morning, at lunchtime, at night. I was throwing up every morning, like I was waking up with this ball of stress in the belly, you know, like when you're super stressed. And the only thing that I could do to take it off was to put fingers in my throat and to throw up, and like literally every day for months. And I was like, is that life? Like my life is going to be like this? And one day I say no. Like it took me months to get to this point of no. And then I said, I'm going to travel. I'm going to travel around the world with a backpack. And I never really traveled a lot before. Like it was, I wasn't a traveler at all. So I quit my job, quit my girlfriend at this time. I was not happy in my relationship as well. I sold everything and left my apartment, and I just bought a backpack, and I have nothing left in France now. I just have my backpack and my stuff in my backpack, and I started to travel with no return ticket and no itinerary in mind, living day by day and just achieving my dreams. I remember one day I was in Laos. I didn't remember the month, like the day. I was so lost in translation, you know, like I was so lost, and I was with some other backpackers, and they were like, yeah, tomorrow we are going to trek and go to see this mountain. I was like, I already seen like 10 beautiful mountains in 1 year. I already see like 20, 30 beautiful beaches. Like, it's boring.
Uh-huh.
It's so boring. I need a purpose in my life. So I was so lost while traveling because of not having a purpose. So I spent months and months working on my purpose, and then I discovered, but I knew it in a way before, that I wanted to work into coaching and to lead people to make them have a better life. And that's what I do now. Like, I make people have a better life, and I make entrepreneurs have the kind of life that they want through business and life coaching, because I believe that it's connected. So yeah, I have a beautiful life now. Usually when you're stuck, like when you don't do what you have to do, it's either because you don't have purpose, like you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Like you wonder, like, why I'm doing this thing, like you don't know what is the value of what you're doing. So why should I do it if I don't understand why I do it? Yeah. So there are a lot of people in this situation, and a lot of people in the corporate life, like the 9-to-5 life.
To be honest,
I like this. And then the other one is like you're doubting yourself. You're not confident in yourself.
Yeah.
Because think about that. Like if you wake up in the morning and you're 100% sure that you're going to be successful, you have no doubt about it. What you're going to do, like in your business, is going to make you like prosperous. You're going to earn a lot of money. People are going to like it, are going to like the result of your product. You're not going to procrastinate.
Exactly.
You're not going to wonder like, oh, should I do it? Or like, no, if you have no doubt about it, you're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to do it, and you're going to have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it means that you're doubting yourself. You have fears, and then it makes you procrastinate. It makes you like take days and weeks and sometimes months before to make a decision that is important for your business. And you have two big fears. The first fear is the fear of poverty.
Yeah.
So the fear of not earning money. Like, yeah, but if I do that and then it's not working, then I'm not going to earn money, and so that I'm going to be homeless, or I'm going to like have to find another job. And then you don't even try to do, because you live with the fear of poverty. And when you think about it, it's not rational. Like, yeah, but if I don't work, for sure I'm not going to earn money.
That's true.
So you have to reverse the way you think. And the second fear, like why you're not confident, it's because the fear of judgment. Like you judge yourself, people are going to judge you, or you're unconsciously afraid of what people are going to think about you.
And even though it doesn't have to be like a true, it's like only in your mind.
It's only in your mind.
Yeah.
Like you cannot prove that people think the way you think they think about you.
Yeah, got it.
You cannot prove that. It's just your imagination.
Yeah.
And because you're not confident in yourself.
That's
so
true.
yeah, that's.
I had the same before.
Yeah, and I had the same, and I still have the same sometimes because we are human beings.
Exactly.
And there is no magic. There is nothing that will make you being super confident in 1 second for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you will always go through a new step. You will, like, you have a goal, you reach your goal, then you have to set another goal that is higher.
If you want to keep moving ahead, if you're in your life.
Yeah.
If you do not be like stuck in your in this level.
And you always have to stop into the unknown.
Yeah.
Like to grow. So you will always have this fear of like, but what happens if it's not working? What happens if I don't earn the money that I want to earn?
Exactly.
What happens if I fail? But the thing is like, the more you're going to go into this, like stepping into the unknown, going out of your comfort zone,
yeah,
the more it's going to be something that you're going used to do. The more it's going to be part of your personality, the less you're going to be afraid.
Exactly.
Don't say that you're not going to be afraid anymore, but you're going to be less afraid. And it's going to be part of your life.
Because, for example, you trust yourself even more than before.
Yeah. And the first time you will have to step into your out of your comfort zone. It's going to be super uncomfortable. A lot of fears. You're going to feel like giving up. And it's normal because your nervous system is not used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Your nervous system in your brain is used to like being afraid.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you tell your brain, oh, don't be afraid. I have a new way of thinking, a new way to do. Your brain, like your rational brain, is going to tell you, no, don't do that. You don't know what is going to happen.
Exactly.
It's not safe. Like you're still alive right now with what we're doing.
Yeah.
So stay in this place, stay in this area. But you have to go out.
Exactly.
You have to try. And if you fail, you fail. It's okay, and start again. But most people are afraid of this. There are some studies that say that around 70% of the population on Earth is dealing with doubt, like is dealing with the lack of confidence that is obvious.
That's a lot.
70% of the population.
Oh my God.
And when you step into the entrepreneurs, it reaches like 90%.
Ooh.
So yeah, 90% of the entrepreneurs are dealing with this.
Yeah.
Why? Because you bet on yourself. Because you don't have a boss, you don't have an income that is coming into your bank account every month. Like, if you don't work, you don't earn money.
Yeah.
Basically, if you do nothing, you don't earn money, and you have to trust yourself. So yeah, it's harder when you're an entrepreneur, because like a lot of people want to be entrepreneur for the freedom. You know,
digital nomads,
free to manage
for example,
my time, being a digital nomad. But people don't realize that they are going to deal with themselves. Like they're going to wake up in the morning and have like, I have this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do. I don't know how to do this sometimes. I still have to do it. And what happens if? Don't think about that. Do it.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah. And now there are a lot of scientific studies that tell us what to do to improve our self-confidence.
Yeah.
Like everything that is around the law of attraction, for example, that have been a spiritual woo-woo thing for a long time. Now there are studies about it. It's proven by science. People are talking about this like since 2000 years and more. Like the philosopher.
Exactly.
We're talking about it. And without having like any science proof. And now we have the proof from science that it's working.
Yeah.
We have the proof from science that tell us what happened when you change the way you think. You're going to change the way you feel, and then you're going to change what you do, and you're going to change the result in your life.
That's true. Yeah.
You have genetic proof. Like now we can analyze that in your DNA. We can see the change in your DNA, in your gene. Whoa. When you change the way you think.
Yeah.
We can see that, we can analyze that in your brain, like your neural system. We can see the construction of neurons moving, shifting as soon as you have a new thought in your mind. We can analyze your psychology. We can analyze your biology.
Yeah.
We can see that everything is changing when you change the way you think and when you bet on yourself and step into the unknown. Like it's fantastic. It's fantastic because everything that has been said, like change the way you think and your life is going to change, like it's a quote.
It's a quote.
But no, we have all the science behind this quote, like how it's working in your brain, how it's working in your DNA, how it's working with your protein, the molecule, everything. We can analyze everything.
Yeah.
We can now take picture of your emotion. The thing is, your subconscious mind is dumb. Your subconscious mind doesn't know what is real and what is not. Doesn't know the difference. That's why visualization is important. Because if you visualize the thing that you want, and then you imagine it, like you close your eyes and you imagine how you would feel if you would have this thing, like you want $1 billion, fine. So it's not just about money, or like you want this house, like this kind of house. You're going to imagine yourself opening the door, like how is the door, and see the villa, and imagine how you would feel like if you would enter for the first time in this villa and it's your villa, it's your fucking villa, it's yours.
Yeah.
How would you feel? How would you feel like stepping into it, like looking around? How would you feel? And then when you feel this way, your subconscious mind is the place of feeling. Your subconscious mind think that you are in the villa. So it turn on a your chemical system, and your body is starting to change because you're producing new chemical and new way of thinking in your body, like it's happening. And all this thing is related to the fact that you're going to attract it because of the vibration that you're sending out through your emotions.
Yeah.
It's not a complex topic, but it's a long topic. Like
exactly, we can talk about it for many hours.
But visualization is really, really, really important. And then when you're not confident, you have to visualize yourself confident. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're doubting yourself, you're normal. It's normal. And there is no such person on the planet that is never doubting himself or never doubting herself. It's a normal process because it means that you have to go out of your comfort zone. It means that there is something that is exciting you and scaring you at the same time, and it's perfectly normal. You're going to make a difference if you dare. You're going to make a difference if you do it anyway. You're going to make a difference if you go out of your comfort zone, when most of people stay in their comfort zone because they're too afraid. Because, oh, what if I don't earn enough money? What if people judge me? What if I judge myself? What if I fail? What if? You're going to have what if in your mind all the time. But you can take control over this. You can take control over your emotions. And I can tell you how to do with science, like to explain you how it works and to guide you to this process so that it will be easier for you if you have someone that can kick your ass like when you want to give up, because you will have like thought of giving up that will come. That's what I say to my customers, to my clients. If you're not ready to fail, then I don't work with you. Mm-hmm. Because somehow you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Somehow you're going to feel like you want to give up. It's normal, it's part of the process. But we're going to overcome that. We're going to make you be confident in yourself, in what you're doing.